Alrighty. Hello, Diane. Hello, Cynthia. Can you guys hear me okay? Oops, I got my sound on. Let me turn it off. There we go. Sound is working. I just heard it. Cynthia, you're just watching today, correct? Diane has already finished hers. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome to our group. How are you? Stephanie, are you going to be sewing along with me today? Everybody, welcome Stephanie. We have 3 new people that have joined. We have Stephanie, Erin, and Sherry. So hopefully everybody will join us live. Do you have any questions about how this works at all, Stephanie, before we get started? Yay, you're sewing with me. So what happens is we'll go through, I'm going to be following the pattern pretty much point to point. I can't give out measurements because I'm not allowed to. So you'll have to follow along with the pattern as we go as well. Uh-oh, you lost me? Am I back? So if I end up going too fast, please do stop me. So, or ask questions or whatever. So the people that are sewing along with me kind of set the pace. Today, I'm hopeful to get through the full front panel, the first hour, and then the back panel, the second hour. That is the goal. Perfect. A lot of people like to watch and participate in the chat, and then they sew during the week, which is perfectly fine as well. There are certain things we end up doing homework for, like for lining pockets, because we all do our lining pockets different. If you've watched my videos, you know that I always do all of my lining pockets pretty much the same. If they're different in the pattern, I don't necessarily do them. So a lot of the time when it comes to lining pockets, unless there's card slots or something that we're adding in, lining pockets are usually a homework. And of course I do have mini classes on the channel that shows how I do my lining pockets. But Stephanie and Erin and Sherry do know that if during the week you are working on it or you have any questions, please do reach out to me on the Facebook side. You can shoot me a message there. In the Facebook group, lots of help there as well. And if there's something that's not making sense, I always offer that I can go FaceTime with you during the week and we can work through it together as well. So, yay. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, are you sewing along with us today? We were just welcoming Stephanie. Okay, we got Dawn. Of course, I didn't put anybody's names alphabetical. Yay, if any of you are in, oh yeah, you're sewing with us too. So far we have Kathy and Stephanie sewing along with me. Cynthia is going to do it during the week. Diane finished hers already. Typical Diane fashion. I totally get it. Usually once I get started, I have a hard time stopping too. Hi, Wanda. Wanda, are you sewing along with us today? I don't think you were making this one, were you, Wanda? So who I have making this is Cynthia, Kim, Rhonda, Lexi, Denelda, Diane, Kathy, Cheryl, and Stephanie. And sewing along with me today is Kathy and Stephanie so far. Hi, Frankie. Still not allowed to see. Oh, still not allowed to sew. Oh, Frankie. I miss sewing with you. But thank you for popping in here. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better, Frankie. How long does the doctor figure before you can sew again? I sent you a message on Facebook. I hope you got it. If you need any help with that, let me know. Stephanie, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. I'm on Pacific Time, so the same as Seattle. I'm in Canada, but I'm maybe 5 hours away from Seattle. 6 hours away from Seattle, something like that. I'm 3 hours out of Vancouver. I usually start work around 6 a.m. my time, so 9 a.m. Eastern, and I'm usually finished around 4. So just message any my 2 more weeks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, you're 3 hours ahead of us. So yeah. That was one of the reasons we used to do the classes an hour later, but I was finding for those that were on Eastern time, it was getting too late. And then for me, especially in the winter time, I'm in the basement. So when it gets dark out there, it is dark in here. But yes, ask any of the other members. They reach out to me all the time when they need a hand. So Frankie, what are you doing? Are you just adding all the things to the list of things you're going to make when you're all healed up? Do you guys see the new light above my machine there? Sandra of Sewing Room of Gardener sent that to me. I'm going to do a mail opening. She sent me 2 of them. So sweet. So I installed one over my flatbed today. And then when I do the mail opening, I have one in the box, and then that one will go over top of my cylinder arm. Did anybody have any questions about the homework and about the interfacing? I don't have one of my lights on here. Let me make it brighter before we get started. So this is who I have here. Let me know if I'm missing anybody. So present I have Cynthia, Frankie, Wanda, Dawn, Diane, Kathy, and Stephanie. And I have Kathy and Stephanie sewing along with me today. Cynthia is going to watch and sew later. Diane has finished her bag. Yeah, I like the light. When I took it out of the box, I wasn't sure. I will be honest. It felt like really light and almost flimsy. And I'm like, I don't know. Hey, Danelda. Danelda, are you sewing with me today? But once I got all the screws tightened up and got the light on, putting the light on the clip was the hardest thing. It's actually really sturdy, so I guess you wouldn't want a super heavy light there. And Sandra was telling me that the LED light lasts 4 years. So hopefully it really, you can tell how much brighter it is over top of that machine. Like I just put it together maybe an hour ago, so I'm excited to use it. Hopefully it'll make the videos a little bit brighter too. Okay, so we got Danelda there. I think I'm running about 60 seconds ahead of you guys. I can tell from when I ask a question and then when the answers come up on the chat. Stephanie, do you have any other questions about how things works? Obviously, you got your notification okay. You will also have access to all of the membership perks for Thursdays and Thursday classes and down. So you get the sneak peek of the tutorials for the classes. If one hasn't been done already, when a bag is voted in, and then that is membership exclusive until classes are over. You also have, you can see all of the past live class replays from now to 18 months ago, because once they're 18 months old, they go to the public side. But yeah, you have access to all of that. So you have a ton of content you can catch up on, because we've been doing this for almost two 2 years in March. That's crazy. 2 years we started our first class of the Necessary Clutch Wallet. It's crazy how fast time goes. Hey Kim, how are you? Kim, are you sewing with us today? I still didn't see. Did I miss it? Denelda, are you sewing with us? We'll get started at about 1:15 here. Yay! We're so excited to have you, Stephanie. We have such a great group here. Most of the group has been here from the beginning or for a year or so. So it's really nice as it grows and we get more people in here. Denelda's not sewing today. I'm just finishing an order of leather slippers and embroidering a logo. You make leather slippers? Really? Multi-talented. And embroidering. Yeah, crazy. 2 years, hey? Aw, Kim, I'm so sorry about the loss of your brother-in-law. I'm glad you popped in. I mean, you got lots of friends here and lots of support. We all feel for you. We love you. Okay, so far sewing with me is Kathy and Stephanie, and then we have Cynthia, Kim, Rhonda, Lexi, Denelda, Diane, Kathy, Cheryl, and Stephanie all sewing it, regardless if they're sewing with me right now. Oh, Denelda, I want some. Yay! Oh, I bet your hubby just loves it when he gets to hear my voice all the way to Pittsburgh, hey? What was it? Anna, Anna's husband, Anna, everybody knows Anna from Galaxy Customs, who is my best friend as well as my, my designing partner for Pin It Up Patterns. Her husband, when she's sewing, she always has the channel just playing, and he's like, does she ever stop talking? Hey, Lexi, how are you? Lexi, are you sewing along with us today? Wow, lots of people today. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in so far. Oh, you have Bluetooth on. Okay. Dawn, Denelda's in Medicine Hat. I was going to visit her when I was in Medicine Hat in the fall, but with my goddaughter's wedding and everything, and we were only there for 3 days, I just didn't get a chance. But, Denelda, we might be coming back at the end of September to visit family, so hopefully we'll be able to sneak in at least a coffee. Not sewing today? Okay. Again, everybody that isn't sewing today that is making the bag, as I was telling Stephanie, if you have any questions during the week, as you know, just reach out to me and I'm always willing to help. And if you end up needing like to FaceTime to get through it, let me know. Just give me a little bit of notice, because honestly, most of the time I don't do my hair and makeup and I'm in my pajamas and I look like an absolute wreck. So at least let me know if you're going to need that, and then I will make myself look presentable for you. Dave is home, so hopefully the dogs will be quiet. Both the boys are working. Right when that Coco barks, right when I say that, of course. Dave just had his procedure done on his back today, so we were at the hospital this morning. So hopefully those nerve blockers are going to help that arthritis in his spine that he's had since his motorcycle accident 2 years ago. So fingers crossed. Right now he's feeling a little numb and tingly, but he's okay. He's home until Tuesday now. And in Canada, it's a long weekend this weekend. Yay! Well, for those provinces that celebrate the Family Day, that is. Ours is on Monday. Postage for leather slippers. Oh, thanks, Diane. I will pass that along to Dave. He says it maybe took 10 minutes. They just put a needle into his spine today to put in some steroids, so. Yeah, Kim, I think the only ones that ever really see me like that besides Dave are sometimes my admins, because I will send them a picture of me and it's like, this is the kind of day I'm having. And my hair is like in this messy bun and it's all crazy. And Okay, I'll give it 3 more minutes to see if anybody pops in, and then we will get going. Kathy and Stephanie, if you want to get prepped, we're going to be working starting on section. What I love about car threads patterns is each section, Coco's gonna bark. She puts at the top of the section all the pattern pieces you're going to need. So I've gone ahead and I've already put together my, on page 15, you'll see all the pattern pieces you need at the top for the front panel. If you want to get those all organized and ready to go right now, that would be great. And then also if we get to the back panel, if you could get all the pattern pieces in a pile that are on page 19, and it'll just make it easier, just because there are so many pattern pieces to dig through that if we have them all in a pile, we're good to go. So we're going to start with the front panel today. So if you want to get that all organized, and then just shoot me a thumbs up or say you're ready, and then we will get started. Kathy's organized already. Wow. I just thought about putting things in piles just before coming into class. So Stephanie, let me know when you're all ready to go, and then we will get started. Awesome. And Stephanie's ready too. Oh, look at that. Whoa, look. Do you guys see that thumbs up? Where did that come from? I've never seen that before. That big thumbs up on the screen. Did you all see that? Is that a new YouTube thing? That was cool. How did it do that? I don't see it now. Weird. Yay. Okay. So, Stephanie, have you made this one before? Is this your first one? I don't know how that thumbs up came. I want to know. Does anybody know? Did you see it was like a bubble that came up on the screen? I have never seen that before. So bizarre. I see the hearts going up, but that was like a ghost thumbs up on the screen. Interesting. Okay. I see lots of thumbs up going. Yay, look at. First time. Perfect. So I don't have my sample bag that I did in the tutorial to show you guys because I sold it. It's gone. My client picked it up last week. I've never seen that before either, Dawn. It's so bizarre. Okay, so let me put this to face down. Kathy knows the drill already. Again, Stephanie, if I'm going too fast at any point, just stop me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going. Same with you, Kathy. If I end up going too fast, let me know. That's not what I want. I want this one. Okay, we're up to a good start right now. Okay, can everybody see the table okay? I kind of widened the view so we can see more of the table. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our front zip pocket bottom piece, and we are going to put our nameplate or handmade tag on here. So this is one. On the back, you want to make sure you know which is your top. So this is our top. I have a T at the top and at the bottom because you want to make sure you're installing your plate and we're attaching things along the right side, because right now this is a rectangular piece, but we can see by our stabilizer that this is going to be the rounded bottom. So make sure your top is to the top. And we are going to install our nameplate about 1.5 inches up. Well, the 1.5 inches is going to be to the middle of your nameplate. So go ahead and do that. You guys didn't see it? Only Dawn and I saw it? Crazy. Okay, so go ahead and install your nameplate however you install it. Or handmade tag. Nice and centered. So I already clipped my top and bottom centers on there. Weird. The mystery. Am I doing this on the right side? I am. Okay. Okay, I always wipe off my silver pen markings right away because I've noticed on some vinyls it kind of ghosts in there otherwise. Since I don't need them anymore, I wipe them away. I just use wet ones. I actually really like the smell of wet ones. I'm weird. Okay. Come out. I am currently working on the Yoshi Sling tutorial. I almost got done, but I did the zipper panel wrong, so I got to start that zipper panel over again. I did it upside down, but I'm really enjoying making that one, so that tutorial should be coming out soon. Okay, so sometimes when I don't have foam for my stabilizer behind my nameplate, I like to just put a little scrap piece of foam just so it just softens the look around it a little bit from the exterior. It's just a Brandy thing. So when you see me doing a chunk of foam, that's all I'm doing. Nameplates we don't usually do in class. Usually that's homework things. So. But that's okay. All right, so once you guys have your nameplates on, let me know and then we will move forward. And I always put tape over my prongs. Yay, Kathy. It looks like it's actually up for vote for April classes, but I already planned or promised Shannon, the designer, that I would get the tutorial up this month. So that I committed to that before it got voted or got nominated. So if it wins, that tutorial will be done already, which is okay. Okay. Kathy's done. Diane's made the Rosie. All set. Perfect. Okay, so that is our optional step 1 done. Okay, so next we want to use double-sided tape, stick in it. Okay, Stephanie, you're going to notice that I read the pattern a lot for this one. Car Threads is completely new to me. I've only done a couple of her tutorials now, and I am learning so much from them. I have made a Yoshi already, but some of her techniques are different than what I've done, so I'm still new to them, so I double check all the time to make sure I'm showing it to you right. And Diane, having been finished already, her job is to tell me if I'm doing it wrong. So okay, so now we are going to need which one is it? Our front zip tabs, I believe. So your front zipped. Yes, we're going to need our front zip tabs and one of our 6.5 inch zippers. Does everybody have zippers, their zipper pulls on their zipper tape already, or do you need a moment to do that? Let me know when you have your zipper pull on, and then we will go from there. Kim, you do want to make this bag. The Yoshi bag is awesome. Is the view okay? Can you guys see? I know that it's dark. It's starting to get dark. And I'm using dark materials, but so yes, I believe it was a 6.5. So while you're getting the pull for that one on, I wish I knew how to do that thumbs up too. I don't know where that came from. Okay, so let me just double check. So we're going to need our hidden zipper pocket zipper and our front pocket zipper, which are both 6.5 inches long. Stephanie's ready. And Kathy's ready. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our lining zipper tabs and put them right side up on our table. we're going to put the end, short end against there, that one side. And then we're going to take our exterior and we're going to put it right sides together with the zippers. So it's like the lining and the exterior are right sides together with the zipper tape right side up. And we're just sandwiching it in between. And then just hold it with clips. Do the same with the other side. So again, I like to lay down my lining right side up, my zipper right side up, line up that edge, and take my exterior and put it right side down, and then clip them together. And I'm gonna have to check my seam allowances because I always forget what the seam allowances are. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the machine and we're going to sew across there with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And at the machine, we're going to open them up like so. And then we're going to top stitch right through the zipper tab. Okay, so let me flip over to the other machine, or to the machines. Ugh. Now you're gonna notice I have my zipper foot on here already because I was just doing another bag, but we are going to be using that eventually anyway, so I'm just gonna keep it on there, but you do not need to have your zipper foot on right now. I'm just not gonna switch mine out. Okay, so 3/8 of an inch. Again, I have my iPad here so I can see. Is my sound working over here? Can you guys hear me okay? I think I turned on the speaker. Pretty sure. Yeah, I did. How's the sound? Is it good over here? Oopsies, we've moved. Okay. One side done. Oh, it's too short for me to do that. Sound is great. Perfect. I think we figured out that sound. We haven't had that high-pitched sound in a while, hey? Coco says hi. Okay, and then we're going to flip these wrong sides together, bring them up, and then top stitch right through the exteriors there of the zipper tab. Is my arm getting in the way too much here with this camera here, or is it okay? Brandy, when you are looking into the camera and you show your thumb up, it should come up on a screen with bubbles, I think. Really? Where's thumbs up? I'll have to try it at the big one. So that would be really cool. Oopsies. I'll try that when I get back to the big camera. It's a mystery. Okay. That's done. All right. Okay, I'm going to try it. Let me put it back to the face. Thumbs up. Think that works? Yay! Thumbs up. We will see. I'm curious to see if it does it. Now I gotta wait for the video to catch up. It didn't do it. Oh no. Interesting. Who knows? All right. So Kathy and Stephanie, let me know when you're ready there. Okay, I'm just reading ahead so I know what we're going to show. You did see it? I didn't see it that time. Thumbs up. I don't know. So weird. It's a mystery. Kathy's done. Stephanie's done. Woohoo! We're all good to go together. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to take, of course, I use like really dark fabrics. I apologize for that. We want to find the center of our zipper, so we're going to kind of fold it in half, match up our zipper tabs. You may have to move your zipper pull out of the way. And then just mark on the zipper tape. I'm going to mark it on the wrong side here. Just like so. So we know where our center is on both sides. Like so. Okay, I'm going to use double-sided tape. Stephanie, I didn't ask you, what kind of machine are you sewing on? Are you on a domestic, semi-industrial, or an industrial? The reason I ask is I do use a double-sided tape, but know that a lot of the time you can use clips instead of double-sided tape if your machine doesn't like it. On a fabricator, so that's kind of like, that's an industrial machine, isn't it? A sail rate, right? Okay, so along the top of this piece, so again, make sure you're working with the top. I'm gonna put some double-sided tape or use clips and industrial. Perfect. Do you use double-sided tape a lot? Does your machine like it? Okay. So we want to make sure that our zipper has the pull closing to the left. Take that tape off and we're going to put these right sides together, matching up that center mark with the pull closing to the left. I love double-sided tape, like so much. Okay. Next, we're going to take our front zip pocket lining piece. Make sure you know which is your top. It should be the same width as our panel here. Find your top and bottom centers. And along the top of this, we're going to put more double-sided tape or clips. And we're going to put it right side down along the wrong side of the zipper, nice and centered, sticking or clipping it down. And this is where we're going to need our zipper foot on our machine. I don't know if Frank, my fabricator, loves it, but I do clean off the needles and use Sewer's Aid when Do you know what? It also helps if you put a little bit of sewing machine oil on your needle as well. It helps get through that stickiness. That's what I used to do on my 2010Q. I love that his name is Frank. My machines are, you'll hear me mentioning, my flatbed is Tiffany and my cylinder arm is Tommy. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. Let me double check our seam allowances again before I go rogue. It's using, and we're going to sew across there with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And then we're going to flip them wrong sides together and top stitch. Okay. So let me flip us, go over to the machine. don't have to change into your zipper foot, but I do find it helps get a nice straight zipper, especially when you're using that 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. It depends on how big your walking foot is, or your foot. So mine, I have to change. So 3/8 across. Put your needle down to move your zipper pull out of the way if need to. Okay, and then while we're at the machine, I'm going to go ahead and we are going to press these panels wrong sides together with our seam going down towards the bottom, and top stitch that seam in place. Make sure the lining is nice and tight, and top stitch. All right. You guys will notice from last week, I remember I said I was going to use nickel hardware. Now I'm using matte black. Okay, let me know when you're there. So that is bringing us to page 16. We have just finished step. Where are we? We just finished step 8. Done and done. Amazing. Okay, so now we're going to flip this over. We're going to put some more double-sided tape on the bottom edge of our lining. This is good. We're going at a good pace. Awesome. Oh, we read typo, Stephanie. It's all good. You're going to bring this up to that unsewn side of the zipper, matching up that center mark and that raw edge, like so. Okay, you can go ahead and base that, but again, I've used the double-sided tape as my base. Then we want to grab our front zip pocket top again. Make sure you know which is your top, because this one, our stabilizer, I can see I didn't cut my stabilizer very good, is more down from the top than it is from the bottom. So you want to make sure that your pieces are situated properly. And then we're going to take some double-sided tape and put it along that bottom, like so. And then we're going to put this right sides together with all this along that unsewn side of the tape, making sure to match up that center. All the way across. Then we're going to sew across there with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and then just take this exterior piece up like so and top stitch it with an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Now with this new overhead light at the machine, does it look brighter at the machine on your guys' end? It's way brighter on my end. I'm just curious if the camera picks up how much brighter it is. I think it looks way brighter. Okay, so that's sewn. And then just this exterior piece, we're going to push it nice and tight out of the way and then top stitch with 1/8 of an inch. Brighter for sure. Awesome. One day I will be moving upstairs, but my kids are still in university and still here, so one day my house will seem too big. This is actually what used to be mine and Dave's bedroom, but all right. That is what we got there. So we still have the sides of our things open here. Let me know when you are there. Oh, I got a frog in my throat today. Kathy's done. Sorry, I'm drinking so much. My throat is so dry. Stuff ready here. Oh, look, in this one I spelled class 2. It says Thursday Cllass number 2. I have to fix that. I think I did that for class 1 as well. Oh well. Give it another minute or so. Let's change Bobbin. Darn you, Bobbin. All good. It would be so awesome if I could hear your guys' voices through this. Maybe one day they'll do that. That would be cool. Ready. Okay. So now if you've had your seam allowances right for your zipper, if you look, I can't give you the measurement. If you look at page 16, step number 11, it'll tell you what how tall your whole panel should measure. So just double check that it does. Mine does. If it's too tall, just trim it evenly from the top and the bottom. But if you used a really good... Oh, that's okay, Stephanie. I run out of bobbin all the time in classes. It happens. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's the excitement of sewing is playing that yarn chicken. Not yarn chicken. That's my knitting. Thread chicken. Bobbin chicken. That's what I'm going for. Okay, so that's all good. Now what we're going to do, I'll just take any pen. We're going to flip this exterior out of the way just to show our zipper pocket lining. And we are going to measure in 1 inch. Like this. Let me double check that I'm doing this right. Yeah, 1 inch. Now you see where the seam is here? We're going to go and just barely catch that in that inch, okay? You're going to do the same on the opposite side. 1 inch. And barely catch that seam allowance there. And we're going to sew up there, backstitch, sew up here, and backstitch, just catching that seam, but not sewing through this exterior panel. And you're going to do that for both sides. All right. I hope that makes sense. So I find it easier to do this by sewing from the bottom up, because otherwise you need a hump jumper and that's no fun to play with. And just barely catch that seam allowance of the exterior, like so, and backstitch. Same with the other side. From the bottom up. You'll notice I still have my zipper fit on, only because we're going to be doing that hidden zipper here momentarily. Okay, so let me know when you're done that. As you can see, just barely caught it there. I have good control. Oh, Stephanie's good to go. Oh, thank you. I have lots of practice. And you sew like this full time. Okay, so now, again, we've been the exterior out of the way, and we are going to trim to about an eighth, somewhere in between an eighth and a quarter of an inch before this way, towards the stitching, and then up about a quarter of an inch, eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch, like this. Just like that on both sides. Kind of just underneath that seam allowance there is what I use for a guide. Let go. So that's what it looks like from the back. And that takes us to step that takes us to page 17. We can go ahead and we can also trim up these side zipper tabs if they were too long. Mine were too long. I don't know if that's because I cut them too long or not, but just even them up with the panel, and we can set this aside for now. The Cocoa Bar could even hear her. Stephanie, do you have any fur babies? If you have puppies, Coco and Dexter may trigger them to bark. I apologize for that. All right, on to the next step, as soon as you guys are ready. Even up my zippers a little bit. Sophie and Anna, aw. What kinds are they? What flavors of dog? Okay, so for those of you that are in the Tuesday classes where we're doing the Xena bag, this is exactly like we did for class last week almost, for making that hidden pocket. Kathy's ready. So we're going to need our pattern piece L's, the hidden zip tabs, and our other 6.5-inch zipper with pull. 3 daughters, so they are Disney Princess, Cattle Dog, and German Shepherd. Aww. Coco's a purebred black and tan coonhound. We rescued her when she was 4. And Dexter, we got him as a puppy last year. He came out of a lab, so we knew he was part lab. They thought his dad was a husky, but there's just no husky in there. So we did a DNA test and found out he's black lab, black and tan coonhound like Coco, as well as Belgian Malinois shepherd. And I tell you, a lot of Belgian Malinois comes out in him. He is so smart. Okay, so when you guys have your zipper pull on and your tabs ready to go, let me know, and then we will move forward. I'm trying really hard to keep my area nice and clutter-free here. I don't know if I'm succeeding. Stephanie is ready. My boys are 22. Brady should be 23 next month and 24. Riley will be 25 in September. And they're both going for their second diplomas in university right now. Brady got his computer sciences, and now he's doing his business management. And Riley is a healthcare assistant, and he'll be going back to school starting next month to do upgrading so he can go into nursing, not this March, but next March. So, okay, ready to go. So now we have our zip tabs. Now what we want to do is we want to fold them in half. You can take these to the iron if you want, but my iron is way over there. I don't want to do that. So you're going to fold them in half, and you're going to press it in half. I'm just going to use my little quilting roller here. And then you're going to fold the ends into that center line again, just like how we make straps. I'm actually just going to finger press it and then fold it in again upon itself to enclose those raw edges like so. Okay. And then my zipper doesn't look very even here. Where's my rotary cutter? And then you're going to take that tab, and on the middle here, you're going to stick your zipper tape in there to catch in the middle, like so. Your tabs will be longer than your tape. That's okay. And hold it with clips. You want to make sure the folds are even, because when we go to sew through this, we want to make sure we are catching the top and the bottoms of that. Do the same with the opposite side. Danelda says, Brandy, I just found out info on the thumbs up gestures. I sent it to your messenger. It's on the new update. You should be able to turn it off. I don't want to turn it off. I like it. Thank you. I see your message there. I'll check it out later. Thanks, Danelda. It's going to drive me crazy. I guess I could read what the new updates are, but I never have time. Very cool. Okay, again, I'm going to sandwich it in like so. Do you know what? I think I did this one the wrong way around. Just a sec. Try that again. Yeah. I didn't have it even. Now I do. Okay. Get in there. So one way of folding will have it even with your zipper tape. The other way will have it longer. I don't think it really matters which one you do, as long as they're the same on both sides. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead, making sure we are catching the bottom as well, and top stitch through those with an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. I go a little bit bigger than an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, just to make sure I'm catching both sides, like just very, very little bit bigger. Okay, I want this one. Thank you for looking up that, Danelda. I appreciate it. sewed my finger. Oh my goodness, I've done that before. Oh, I'm going. Here we go. I can. There we go. My walking foot isn't cooperating with me, but we're good. We got it. May not be a really straight line, but that's okay. See, I'm a little bit weird, but okay. So that's one done. It's such a tiny zip tab. I could use my stiletto. That would be smart, but. Now, I definitely do not recommend using vinyl for these zipper tabs because it gets really thick there when we go to sew up the seams. Okay, so that's done. Let me know when you're all done that, Kathy and Stephanie. So if my panel was taller than it should have been, do I trim it off the top or the bottom? I would do it evenly off of the top and the bottom so they stay kind of, yeah. Let me see. You know what? I'm going to tell you how much the bottom should be 3 7/8. Stephanie? Yeah, it should be 3 7/8, and the top should be 2 1/4. So you may want to trim those up now. So yeah, that should help you if you do that. Make sure the bottom is 3 7/8 and the top is 2 1/4, and then you'll know where to trim from. I think that'll help you. So if you want to go ahead and trim, we can wait for you, no problem. Because that won't take very long. That gives me a moment to read up here. Your top is too big? Okay, go ahead and trim her up. Make sure on your zip tab that you cut the tops and the bottoms. Mine don't look very pretty. That's okay. Nobody's going to see. So that takes us to page 17, and we are now on step 19. So let us know when you're ready, Stephanie. Good to go? Perfect. All right. So we once again want to find the centers of our zipper. So fold it in half, matching up your seams of your tabs. It's such a tiny zipper. Come here. Pull it nice to the center and mark the back side. Oh, Danelda, I'm going to have to check it out and use it. I'm trying to decide whether to do a live mail opening tomorrow. I have a Galaxy Customs order coming, but my tracking, it says multiple pins with Canada Post, which sometimes happens. So I don't know where it's at. So I'm trying to decide. I have a whole bunch of mail to open. I'm trying to decide whether to wait for the Galaxy Customs and do it all at once, which I think I'm going to do. So, okay. So we got those centers marked. Now from the top edge, we want to measure down 7/8 of an inch. And draw a line with chalk or erasable pen. I'm using a erasable pen because we want this line not to wipe away right away. So make sure that's nice and straight. Make sure it's nice and straight from our zipper as well. Yep, I'm good, I think. Maybe I'm a little bit off. Just a smidgen. Okay, so so let me know when you're there. That's cool. Let me try the hearts while I'm waiting. So if I go like this, you think hearts will come up? Thumbs up and heart. It worked! Oh my gosh, hearts. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. And thumbs up. Thumbs up. That is so cool. I can't get the thumbs up to happen again though. Thumbs up. I can get the hearts to work easy, but I can't get the thumbs up to work. I can't get thumbs up to work. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I just look ridiculous, but I can make hearts work really good. Too funny. I can't get thumbs up to work again though. Okay, sorry. Wrong screen. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Thumbs up didn't work. I'm gonna have to look into it. Okay, Stephanie's ready. Sorry. Stephanie, we have a lot of fun, can you tell? So what do you guys think? Should I do a live tomorrow or should I wait till my Galaxy order comes? Hold it there for a bit? Okay, let me try again. There it is! Hearts. And thumbs up. So working again? I got it to work. It worked the one time. That's very cool. That's actually kind of freaky. Anyways, okay, back to class. How are you doing, Kathy? Very cool. What else can I do? That's now your job, Danelda. Tell me what to do to make those things come up. Is Kathy still there? Did we lose her? I don't want to get too far ahead because this is kind of the trickier part, so. Love all the new thing. You're good? Okay, cool. All right. So I like to position these like so. So our pull is going to the left. We're going to take some tape and put it along that top edge, I think. Let me double check. Yes. I remember now. This line is very important for doing the hidden pocket. So you do have quite a time lag. That's okay. I just didn't want to get too far ahead because this is something new and fun, and just want to make sure that we're getting it. Okay. So it might help to put your zipper more to, no, it won't matter. Okay, so make sure your pull is going to the left. Bring this right sides together, matching up that center and sticking it down or clipping it, whatever your preference is. Okay, so that's what we have. And now we're going to take one of our front hidden pocket lining pieces, put some tape along the top. I didn't mark my centers, but it's, oh, I better mark my centers. Mark your centers. Kind of hard with my tape on it already, but that's okay. Ow. I'm terrible when it comes to marking centers. then you're going to put this right sides together and so it's the wrong side of the zipper tape facing up, but our exterior is right side up and our lining is right side down. Match up that center and put it along the unsewn side of the zipper tape. Like so. Okay, so we're going to sew through there with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and then we're going to just flip the lining up like so, keeping the zipper so it's wrong side up, and top stitching through the lining side. We're not going to pull this underneath with it. We're just going to go through the lining side. Okay. Hope that. So 3/8. Zipper pulls in the way. I'm just going to pull it out of the way. Okay, and then again, I'm trying to make sure you can see this on the camera there. We're just taking this lining piece and pushing it away from the zipper, but keeping the wrong side of the zipper up like that, and then just top stitching that seam in place through the lining. 2 thumbs up should be fireworks, thumbs down, peace, 2 fingers in a V should give you confetti. Okay, we're going to try it in a minute. This is a fun class today, hey? We are not squirreling at all. All right. Let me know when you're there. Until while we're waiting, we're going to okay, so Danilo says 2 thumbs up should be fireworks. 2 thumbs up? Oh my gosh. I love it. Let's see. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Oh, it's raining. It is so creepy. 2 fingers in a V. 2 fingers in a V. Confetti. I love it. Okay, I'm having way too much fun. There we go. Okay, teach me more. That is kind of scary how it knows to do that. Can I do thumbs up on just one camera? It does it on the little camera too. Amazing. I loves it. Love, love, love. Oh my gosh. I know, Stephanie, I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Okay, sorry. I'm squirreling all over the place. Okay, so let me know when you're there, ladies. So we're done this. Okay, so this is the step we're on right here. Kathy's done and loves the laughter. It does look funny, doesn't it? That's why we're taking this one really slow. Okay, so, and now what we want to do is we want to take this, because it looks really funny, but we want to flip it wrong sides together like this, okay? We're not top stitching there though. You're just going to flip it down. You can put a couple clips there just to hold it out of the way. Like that. So we're exposing the other side of that zipper pocket, hidden zipper pocket. Okay, so now we're going to take the other lining panel. Find your top and bottom centers. Donalda, don't be sorry. That was the best. I've got so much fun stuff to do on the next live, so. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put tape along the top. It's helping get rid of your headache, Wanda? That's awesome. Laughter really helps. Okay, so we want to match that center. I'm going to just transfer that center mark to the front a little bit so I can see it better. So we have our lining piece right side up and our zipper right side up, and we're going to line up that center. Sorry if you're seeing the top of my head, and stick it down. I don't think I have too bad of roots. See too many gray hairs? Just like that. Okay. Let me just double check. That was fun. Okay. Top of my head looks great. Awesome. Okay, so while we have that in place, set that aside for now and take your front top panel A piece. And from this bottom edge, we want to draw a line just like we did with this one, 7/8 of an inch up from the bottom. Oh, Dave's sneezing up there. 7/8 of an inch. Sure that's nice and even. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Trust me, these lines will make sense here momentarily. And then you're going to take some double-sided tape along that bottom. Like so. I want to make sure I'm doing this right before I get ahead of myself. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so then we're going to take this, take the tape off, and put it right sides together, matching up that center. Okay, and we're not going to top stitch this one yet because I'll show you what we're going to do at the table. It'll be easier to show you. Again, it's not what you usually think of doing. So, okay, so go ahead and sew through there with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Magic of this. This is the part, this front panel is what takes the most time in this bag. So 3/8. The rest of the bag goes together so fast. And we're only on class 2. Got so much time. We may just get through this top panel today. We'll see. Okay, and when you're all done that, let me know. Ah, yes, I remember. That was so much fun. I keep clearing my throat. That must be so annoying to you guys. It's so dry outside. So dry. So just wait for you guys to be ready because this part is a little bit different than what we're used to. Not hard, just different. And I did top stitch this wrong before, so. Okay, so you're both ready to go? Okay, so this is what we got. Now we want to flip this piece out of the way, this piece out of the way, and this piece out of the way. So you're exposing just the lining piece with the seam going this way, and we're going to top stitch through the lining. I'll show you that again just because it's weird. So when you have it laying like this, flip 1, 2, and 3 out of the way, and then top stitch through the lining through there. I know it seems bizarre, but trust me, there's a method to it. So go ahead, top stitch. Oops, getting clips everywhere. It doesn't feel natural, I know. It's bizarre how this is done, but it is magic. Like, blows my mind. So that's what that looks like. You can flip everything back up and put those lining pieces down. Okay, let me know when you're there. That has taken us to step 28. Okay. Oh yes, I remember. Okay. Stephanie is done. You can see how it's starting to take shape now. Okay, done. Okay, so this line here on that middle section, what we want to do now is we kind of want to pull this down and we want to fold this right along that line. This is going to feel really weird. Hold it along that line and clip, because we are going to top stitch this. So right along that 7/8 line, kind of push this part backwards, kind of right above the zipper there. I'll show you what it looks like on this side, because you are not catching the lining in this at all. So you can see here where I have it folded, it's just like the exterior and the lining is down and under. So just like that. Then we're going to kind of push this all down and out of the way, and we are going to top stitch through that. You like this green? It's from Fabricville. It's like a deep forest green. This is the Daytona vinyl. It was on sale, so I bought it. So yes, so go ahead and top stitch through there. Does that make sense? You see how I did that? Just make sure you're folding all of this top part out of the way and holding it down. Might help to put a clip there to kind of hold it out of the way, so you don't accidentally catch it in that top stitching, and then go ahead and top stitch. Okay. I'm actually going to change into my standard foot here, because I don't think we need the zipper foot on it now. Do it again? Okay, let me go back. One sec. One sec. Let me just change my foot, and then I'll go back to the table and do it again. Okay. 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 So you have this all opened up like so. We've finished top stitching. Hold your lining down, flip it over, and then this line right here. So the one that's above, that's the bottom zipper pocket. We're going to kind of fold it up and fold it upon itself like so, right along that line. I'll show that again. So it's down like this, and we're just going to pinch at that line. And it's like the bottom is my vinyl and the top is my vinyl, and clip in place. Did that show it good, Stephanie? I can try to do it closer to the camera here. Okay, so there's my line. I'm just going to pinch it at that line. And see how it folds it over there? Okay. And then top stitch it, making sure everything else is out of the way. You only want to top stitch through that. Right along the Decovil. I don't know. Yes, right along the Decovil. I never noticed that before. Yes, right along the Decovil. You are right. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and top stitch that. Did I tighten the screw? I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, and top stitch. Again, making sure everything's out of the way, especially your zipper foot, or zipper pull, because you don't want to break a needle on that. It kind of helps to kind of hold your hand up like this underneath it. You can kind of keep control of everything to make sure you're only top stitching through what you need to. Stitching looks good on both sides. That's good. All right. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Let me know when you're there. I'm going to go ahead and just take my wet mark just along there and wipe that away, just on that fold. This bag is potentially sold. I had another client that wanted the other one, and I told her she had first dibs on this one if she wanted it. Stephanie's ready. Yes, Dawn, it does help if you hold your tongue the right way. Was I doing that? Oh, I don't have this split screen. This one. Oh my gosh. Hey, let me know when you're ready to go, Kathy. We're almost done this part. And then I think we will start talking about homework. I don't think we're going to get the back panel done, but part of the back panel I am going to give you guys for homework. I'm just going to read this to make sure I do it right. So we are now on a step 30 on page 18, if you're following along. The zipper panel. Which part? What do you mean a zipper panel? My top zipper panel? This one here? 10 3/4. No. I'm trying to see what you're, oh, we're not there yet, Kathy. We're not there yet. I'll show you how to fix that. That's not part of it. No, we're not quite there yet. You'll see what I mean. The 10 3/4 is this whole length once we have that in place. So just hold tight. This part here, where it's folded, is now 6 3/4 by 8 5/8, just from here to here. But that 10 3/4, we're not there yet. That's coming up the next step. And it'll make more sense when we get there. And I'll show you how to adjust it. Okay, are we ready? So now what we want to do, this part that we just folded, we want to bring, okay, these here we're going to kind of match up, you know, where our lining panels meet. And this should come up right at that 7/8 line, like so. Clip it in place. This one here, I'm going to take it, bring it up to that line, and clip it in place. Now, from here to here should measure 10 3/4 once we have that clipped in place. 10. And I'm like 10 1/2. So all I'm going to do is take this and move it down a little bit. I'm just going to adjust where this fold is until I have the proper height. Let's see now. Now I am 10 3/4 exactly. So if you're not quite big enough, you either will move this folded edge up or folded edge down until you make this 10 3/4. Does that make sense? So I ended up being just slightly below, and you can see that's where the hidden pocket comes. Let me know if you need me to show you that again. Yeah, mine is exactly dead on now. So yours, you'll probably, Kathy, if yours is only measuring 10 3/8, you'll have to move it down a little bit. This folded part. Does that make sense? Still too short. Even if you move it down a little bit, can you get a little extra length from it? It may be something that you'll be able to fix when you're doing our gusset. So you could just kind of keep it, that you'll do a smaller seam allowance there. Okay, we're ready. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to take this exterior piece and we want to flip it out of the way, as well as this pocket piece here, okay? Gonna flip them up and out of the way and hold with clips. And then these lining pieces here, we're just gonna go ahead and sew across that bottom with a 1/4 inch of a seam allowance. Moved it a little more, now it's good. Perfect. That's exactly what you do, Kathy. Good job. Okay. So did you guys see what I just did? Kathy, do you want me to show you again? Once you have that 10 3/4, you're going to take your exterior, flip it up, and the zipper pocket that's already finished, we're going to put up, and we're just going to secure with clips out of the way. And then this zipper pocket lining pieces, we're going to just sew across the bottom with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Just like that. It's so not complicated, Kim, I promise. Whoopsies. It's just all new, but it's genius. Okay, so let me know when you're there. And then the rest of the bag is so easy. Kathy's done, Stephanie's done. Okay, so now you can release that. We still have our clips holding our pocket in place. Go ahead and clip everything along the sides together. My pocket's going over a little bit. That's okay. I'll trim that up later. And then we're going to go ahead and baste these sides with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, so just like that. And baste down with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. She does have amazing patterns. I'm learning so much. I'm really enjoying them. So baste. Oops, we really don't want that to slide. There we go. Okay, and once you have that all basted in place, again, just double check that it still measures 10 3/4, which it does. I'm just going to trim off my excess here, just so my things. So we still have things sticking out here. You want to keep all that. We will shape that later. And there's that hidden pocket. Magic. You can wipe away your pen marks now too. How much time we got? 25 minutes. So we're not going to get the whole back panel done, but let's see what everybody's comfort level is when we're ready. Ladies, how do you not get the feet marks on leather or vinyl on your industrial? Maybe your pressure foot is too... I don't get any marks on mine. Cheryl, refresh my memory. What machine do you have? Awesome, Stephanie. It's all you. You did it all yourself. Cheryl, I know when I was on my Juki 2010Q, I would sometimes get those marks, and I would sometimes just use a little bit of sewing machine oil underneath my foot, and it would help it go across a little bit easier. Okay, so once Kathy's ready, I'm going to get you guys, we're going to talk homework, because I don't think we're not going to get the back panel done. Our front panel is done for now. Danelda gets feet marks sometimes too, and Danelda has the same machine as me. On your machine, let me switch it over to Tommy here. I want to show you something on your Juki. Okay. On your machine, try this, Cheryl. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. Oh, my camera doesn't go up that high. One sec. On your machine, there's this knob here. Mine is always set at a 4. Now what this is like almost like a built-in hump jumper. I do not change this very much, but it makes it so how much pressure is on your walking foot. So mine is on a 4, my little tab thing's there, and I'm on a 4. But maybe your pressure foot is too tight, and you may have to turn this to a 5, I think would make it looser, or a 3 would make it tighter. What's your machine set at for this thing here? I think all 1541s have this. I know the Titan is the same as the Juki, so same with the Thor and all that. Does that make sense? That may be something to play with, just kind of see what it's at right now. That way you can put it back if it isn't that, but that may be what's causing it, Cheryl. Okay, back to homework. For those that are sewing this with me, so Stephanie, Kathy, Diane's already done it, everybody else that's sewing it, how comfortable, if you look at page 19 on the pattern, how comfortable are you for homework, the zipper pocket on the back with facing? Are you guys comfortable doing that for homework? we all know how to do our zipper pockets pretty much. So I'm thinking, just because that takes a little bit of pressing and everything, it's a basic skill with sewing bags, that can be for homework. Are you guys comfortable doing that for homework? So that would be step 5, back panel, page 19. So steps 1. Okay, it's not a zipper pocket, sorry. It's just the facing. So you would do steps 1 through 6 on page 19. Are you good with that? So it's just like how you do a zipper pocket with facing, but we're not putting a zipper in. That is our slip pocket. So if you guys can have that facing done for next class, that would be amazing. But do not put a zipper in there. It's not a zipper. You're good with that? Okay. And I'll also get you guys to do your lining zipper pockets, like I was saying, however you like to do your linings, whether you're doing it as per the pattern or you're doing it the way I do it. If you can do your lining zipper pocket, your lining slip pocket, the way you like it for homework as well, that would be fantastic. I did 2 thumbs up, didn't I? Yay! Dawn says, Stephanie, if Brandy isn't available ever and you'd like a little help, please contact me and message and I'll help you out. Dawn is one of my admins too, so she knows things. Diane is, everybody's awesome. Oh my gosh, look at all the confetti. Yay! So that would be all for homework. Believe it or not, there's, well, I see us having a full class next class and maybe half of a class for class 4 to get it all done. So homework will be the facing on the back, okay? And again, if you're having any problems doing that facing, please do message me and I can walk you through it. But I think we all kind of know how to do it. So just get that facing ready. And that'll save us so much time next week. And your lining pockets, the way you want them done, just have those lining pockets done. And then we can finish the back panel, which will not take very long. And the zipper panel, it actually, there's a good chance we could be done next week too. We will see. Said we got the hardest part done, which is this. And how amazing does that, I mean, it's magic. Are you guys good with that? Yes, Stephanie, it goes for everybody. We have such an amazing group here. You're good with that. Perfect. And again, you know, if you have any problems, please do reach out. Anybody that's also in this class or watching this after the fact, if you do need a little bit more help or explaining with those steps, please do reach out so I can show you. I said the linings, I do my linings different than patterns usually call for, so that's why I don't even show them in my tutorials, because my linings are very I keep them the same in all my bags because that's what my clients expect. They know what to get, and sometimes we all like to do them different. You may want to put card slots in yours. Go ahead, put card slots in it. I don't think this one has card slots in it, does it? I don't think so. No. But you could do that. You can make it your own. You can totally catch up to Nelda. I know you can. And that front pocket, what did you guys think? It's magic, isn't it? I love it. Stephanie says, tonight's class content was really the part I was concerned about. Very helpful. Thank you. I am so glad. I hope you enjoyed your first class, Stephanie. It said, and we do have, there is another tier up where we do a second bag. So if you ever want to be doing both two classes a month, you definitely can too. Right now we're doing the Xena bag. We just did class 2 this past Tuesday. So it's a little bit of a smaller group. It's about half the size of this one, but it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. So yes, Stephanie, I really, really hope you liked the content we have in here. So I enjoy it. Make sure you check out the other classes. there's so much content on the membership side of the channel. It does release to the public side once it's been on the membership side for 18 months. But yeah. I hope you feel better too, Cynthia. And Stephanie, yeah, give me your feedback of what you liked about the class or didn't like about the class. We kind of set, everybody in here kind of has a say in everything when it comes to that. So I really do hope that you found good value in it. Diane says she's good with helping also. Excellent. All right, so we are going to call it quits 15 minutes early. I'm going to go check on my husband who just had that procedure on his back. I think I hear him watching TV up there. He probably wants me to make dinner for him, so I should probably go and do that. Thank you so much, Stephanie and Kathy, for sewing along. We kept a really good pace. I'm glad it all worked out for everybody. And again, reach out to me if you have any questions, those making it, doing their homework or doing this class throughout the week. I'm here for you. All right. I'm going to do good. I love you guys. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys again. Oh, let's do the peace signs. Let's get some confetti. Yay for everybody. Let's celebrate. Okay. I'll catch you guys all again. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.